You're welcome to the Music Plus podcast with James Achiri, giving you the latest music and celebrity juice.
Let's start the party.
Yes, indeed. Y'all know what time it is, bro. It's time for the Music Plus podcast where we give you nothing but the latest celebrity juice, the latest music, you name it, fam. Now, don't forget to hit the sub and like the video, bro, because it helps with the algorithm. We are a new channel and we're trying to get the exposure, bro. So, there's been a lot of celebrity juice, normal juice sauce that was making rounds on the socials this week. Just alone, and the hype that is entering 2023 is crazy, my nigga. It's just crazy, bro. And man, we have from Bella's simping, a lot of stuff, bruh. Controversial stuff in the music industry, promoters coming out to air their views and all that, bruh. It's just crazy, fam. So like, without further ado, let's get in tune with some of the stuff that was making rounds on the socials, bruh. Word. Now, I'm sure by this time you all know, like, there was a video making rounds on the socials of a certain young gentleman. Reports claim he's from Makerere University. But there is a meme that was also circulating that is apparently a Chambogo student that is doing engineering. I don't know the validity of this meme, but we're gonna go with what we have right about now, right? So there is a fella submitting to a female, kneeling down, trying to beg and request for his forgiveness. Now, such behavior is unacceptable, fam. As a male, you should be masculine, you should know your gender role, and you should stick to that, bruh. The legendary Andrew Tate already said this, fam. And I think fellas should take a hint from that, bruh. There is a serious war, a serious propaganda war going around right about now that is taking down male masculinity and turning males into like feminine-like characters. It's a very disgusting phenomenon and something that has been making rounds on the socials, bruh. The young people out there need to be reminded of their masculine energy, and this is what happens when a lot of males have low testosterone in their body, bruh. Like, how do you even explain such an act, man? A man simping to this level, bruh. Fellas need to own up their manhood and man, understand that they are male. Females don't want any bitch-ass niggas around. You need to man the fuck up if you want to be in this competitive, challenging world. You can't be out here kneeling and being submissive like that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the music. Now, it looks like the National Promoters Association came out with a statement on the different prices that will be asked for the artists that are going to perform at their events. Now, I'm going to give you guys my take on this. But before I give you my take on this, let's check out some of the artists that were blowing up the socials according to their fees, right? This is according to NPA, that is National Promoters Association. So Bobby Wine is worth 20M, that is 20 million Ugandan shillings. David Lutalo is worth 6 million Ugandan shillings. Shiba Karungi is worth 5.5 million Ugandan shillings. Eddie Kenzo is worth 5 million Ugandan shillings. Now these are some of the top tier artists that we have in the 256 right about now. And Dr. Jose Chameleon, legend, is making 4M. Winnie YG 4M. Rema Namakula 4M. Spice Diana 3.5M. I think she's one of the hottest artists out right about now, fam. But I guess they were saying they made the list on supply and demand, like. But if it's supply and demand, that means Spice Diana should be among the top tier, like the A-list celebrities, because she's an A-list celebrity in the 256. She should be among the guys getting like the highest amount of racks in this list. Then there is King Sahad 2.1M. I saw someone with 200k. Ronald Mayinja 200k. Big I 500k to 800k. Now, let me keep it as simple as possible, right? These artists have PR teams. They have emails, booking emails that I think when you go and check out their socials and all that stuff, you check all that stuff in the link and you hit their PR teams out and find out exactly like how much they are worth. And I think this is not going public with confidential lists like this about payment and things like money involved is not a good route, I would say. Bajjo events and other promoters, man, might have taken a big L on this one, bruh. Because you can't go public with such fees, fam. Such fees are supposed to be confidential, man. Just think of the image and the brand of the artist, bruh. Now you look at someone like Bebe who is prominent and known by a lot of people worldwide. If you're saying he's worth 1.1M, 1.5M, then you're crazy, bruh. We all respected this nigga, man. Y'all finna just put him on the spot like that, man. That's crazy, fam. But his promoters are crazy, bro. Like, first of all, I want to know, did they get like the artist's consent before putting out such material online? It's crazy, bro. If it's my brand and I'm an artist that I've built to make a brand, I have a PR team, I have all these people working for me, man. I can't allow such BS, bro. Because this is total disrespect, man. I can get why Bobby Wine is getting 20 mar for a show and all that, because it's supply and demand, bruh. He is one of the artists that I think if he's to pull up a concert at Namboli, he's going to fill up the stadium and there'll still be like people still trying to get in, bruh. Like still trying to buy tickets and all that, because he's a high status man and he has a lot of followers and he influences a lot of people, bruh. So it's understandable for Bobby Wine, but what about Jose Chameleon? What about Bebe Cool? But Bebe Cool is the most disrespected artist in this list, I think, with what he has done for the game and the stuff that he has put out for his catalog, man. It's just crazy, man. This list is just insane, bruh. Anyway, moving on to another piece of juice. Now, I was quickly prying through my TikTok and I came across a video of a young fella, I think he's called Chisache. And he works for Top TV. I actually enjoy his program. It's called Street Quiz, where he asks a couple of random fellas some questions that are just basic and everyday questions that I think common sense is applied to know, bruh. So like, he goes around asking those questions. So I was talking about the time when he took his application to one of the prominent TV stations in the country. He was talking about the receptionist like tearing his application apart, bruh. Now imagine being a young, motivated journalist, you have your qualifications, you heard there is a vacancy, and you can't apply, right? You can't apply like everyone else, and you hope for your best. At least you would have like finessed the guy and you take the application. Just play around with it, but man, you don't just demoralize someone just like that, bro, by just tearing the application like as if they are trash and ain't worth shit. This is what's crazy, man. And I've experienced this as well, man, in a couple of numerous media houses that I've gone to, man. They tend to underlook the new young talent out there, man. I think they already have their people on their rotors and their radars. Their radars already have their specific type of people that they are looking for certain jobs and all that, bruh. I mean, why do you think I started up my own shit, fam? I'm trying to make it out there on my own, but I'm going to tell y'all it ain't easy, but I know with time we shall get somewhere, fam. But I'm going to talk about the disrespect of young talent out here. We see it in music, we see it in the entertainment industry, we see it in the movies industry, man. Why aren't young people respected, yet they are supposed to be the leaders, their future, right? Like, man, like at least like listen to someone and don't just trash them like that, bruh. That was very unethical and very uncivilized, man. At least you pretend around and be like, we shall get back to you like they normally do, and man, you don't holler back, but you show disrespect to in front of a man just like that. And I think, man, that thing motivated him to get where he's at today. And to the positive side of it, we have to also thank her for doing such a thing, because we wouldn't have seen the best out of him, maybe. Because I'm very sure that thing motivated him to come out the way he is today, bruh. The major name that he is today is because of maybe that event that happened in his life. Me, I've been to a couple of media houses, man, and they underlook me just because of, I think, the way I dress and all that. They think that maybe like, man, you're not talented and you don't have like the credentials to post up with that job or something, man. And yet, man, you being a man, you spent your years in university trying to learn this shit, and then you graduate, and then, man, you come out, and then the whole world is bullshit. Anyway, man, I won't even blame them, because unemployment everywhere is just rampant right about now, fam. I think in African states, unemployment is just the thing, fam. You get out of campus, no job opportunities, no nothing, bro. As a man, you have to now think. You have to think. That is when you need your brain, bro. You need to be smart. Come up with something that is different, right? You need to be unique, extraordinary, and come up with something no one has ever seen before, fam. Because, man, if you're just like everyone else, bro, you won't get any job in this 256, man. And I think a lot of countries in Africa like this, bro. So, man, we have to, as young people, we have to find new ways of getting ourselves employed. I'm seeing like a lot of young people venturing into entrepreneurship, which is good. And, man, we just have to be hopeful, bro. Like, eventually things will change, man. Nothing stays. And the more you do something, the more you learn about it and the more you develop as an individual. The more you learn about it, the more like you get exposed about it, the more you research about it, the more you get involved in something. you also keep on getting experience and uplifting yourself as a human being, bruh. You dig? So man, just go out, do whatever the fuck you're doing, and man, just keep on grinding, bro. One day everything will fall into place, fam. These things of these guys that are feel they're already there, yet you're slaving for a corporation that can wake up one day and just fire you. So I don't think most of these people keep that in mind, bruh. Most of these companies that you see, man, they are not put there by your parents or your grandparents or some shit like that, bruh. They are owned by business owners, and they can wake up one day and just decide to fire you. Y'all remember when NBS decided to lay down a couple of workers, bruh? Your job security is not secured, fam, in Uganda. So you shouldn't brag about a job or like use your position in power to like belittle and put certain people down, bruh. It's not worth it. I'm flashing that receptionist for doing such a bitch-ass move, bruh. Anyway, you was posting up with a Music Plus podcast. I still go by the names of James Achira, aka MC Mama Boy. Y'all know what time it is. Word, we out.
Start the party.